Hello, hello. Black Bean Simpson here this morning. How's everyone doing? It's almost 5:30 a.m. 28, 2018. I jumped into the future, reading the past. So what happened 10 years ago? Alrighty, so good thing to hear. I heard a couple weeks ago, or it was week or so, maybe 2 weeks ago. I heard Jordan Peterson actually talking about what maybe him and some other people should start up a platform. Um, and I was like, oh, that'd be a great idea. And then this article popped up this morning. I was like, oh, that's awesome, actually. If they actually do start up a platform and it actually goes into, they believe they could have it up hopefully before Christmas. So if that's the case, that'd be great because that's what 5, 6, 7, 8. That's about 8 days away, 7 days away. So I mean that'd be great if they did, even if it was just even within before next year. That'll be great. Um, because there's a lot of people who are getting sick and tired of all these platforms who think that they should be the arbitrators of who essentially has the right to speak. I mean, literally just have the right to speak. And the really big push for this now comes after the fact of Sargon Khan. He was deplatformed from Patreon because Patreon found supposedly, well, they didn't suppose he did say it, but umpteen months ago had a interview with some hateful people that would be considered racist or supremacist, whatever the case is. But he started to call them white niggers, or called them niggers at least, right? Called them disparaging words, racial words. Either way, he was using their words against them to get an emotional rise from them. There should be no issue with that. Even if they were the race that if he was being hateful and being racist, quote unquote, at these people, all right, I still don't think that deserves for him to be censored. In fact, put him out there so people can see how hateful he is, and then we can decide if we like him or not, and could toss him off to the side. Let the market decide. That's the problem with these big companies now, is that they feel like they're like the arbiters of the market rather than having the people be the market themselves. And that's kind of scary. That's dystopian stuff right there. That's some Orwellian stuff. Like we gotta be the parent on this. And their whole idea, Patreon and all these platforms at one time were about freedom of speech, and they made mention of it, and over time, look at what they've done. They keep on going after people who said bad words. Essentially, that's what it is. They say bad words. So pretty soon, saying actual curse words will get you deplatformed. That's what this is going to come down to. It's going to come down to literally curse words are going to deplatform you. Like, at what point is words don't become offensive? At what point is what is offensive and not offensive? That's what it comes down to. I mean, because even if you were calling someone a disparaging word because of their race or their ethnic background, that's not hurting them. That's not physically hurting them. It might hurt them emotionally if they're weak, but if they actually are immune to this, which they should be if you're an adult, and if you're not, well, then it's because of this. It's because someone's constantly parenting these people from ever knowing what it's like to be picked on or told that you're wrong or you're made a mistake or what you're doing is pretty funny or it's or whatever that makes you feel offended. Like that needs to happen so you can grow immune to that while you grow up. So yeah, it's just here I'm gonna read it. A Patreon bard Carl Benjamin, a YouTuber known as Sargon Akkad, who grew a prominence through his video attacking feminism and identity politics. Which I like how he says attack. Like I don't know if Business Insider like so much. I don't know about them so, but like some of the words that they've used in here, it's questionable. Because I wouldn't say he really ever attacked feminism. He just points it up, but whatever. I mean, I guess you could say attack, whatever. Attack the arguments of feminism and identity politics. Patreon says Benjamin used racial and homophobic slur to degrade an individual. He has since accused Patreon of political bias on his YouTube channel, which has more than 867,000 subscribers. So, yeah, it is bullshit because I can guarantee there's other people who are still using homophobic slurs and racial slurs, and they still haven't been platformed because, of course, they're just they like them and we don't like you type of deal. There was something else I wanted to. There was something else I wanted to show. Oh, yeah, right here. Intellectual dark web. I like how they put that. Yeah, the announcement comes as Patreon has been losing users and patrons following the banning of a high-profile YouTuber belonging to the intellectual dark web. Jordan Peterson and everybody else that would be considered the alt-right now, or people who speak for the alt-right, because that's who they put him as, even though he's not alt-right. He's more like left of center, if anything. But they want. I don't want. Why would you put them in this category? Why would you say this? That's YouTube is not dark web. You how is YouTubers on the dark web? I just don't get that. Like, we're just because we disliked you and you're on YouTube, we're gonna call you intellectually dark web, not the light web, not the enlightened web, but the dark web, the intellectual dark web. I think there's a right here. Right here. In the video announcement, Peterson didn't address the possibility of extremism on a censorship-free platform. Peterson did not reply to Business Insider request for a comment. Well, of course not. You guys are reaching for just bullshit. The possibility of extremism? Well, why don't you go talk to YouTube about extremism? They have plenty of extremism. They have ISIS literally still on YouTube, still spouting their shit. Go talk to them, Business Insider, about extremism. This is a group of people who want to have freedom of speech. All right, that's plain and simple. Not because you said something bad I don't like, or because FBI decided to label you as a hate group, even though we can't find anything that really distinctly proves that you're a hate group. So that's the thing. We need to escape from this crazy censorship world that's coming down. This attack that's on freedom of speech. It's imminent. Like, we need to stand up against it as much as possible. And that's what Jordan Peterson and Ruben is doing, and anybody else that's really supporting this. And that's including me. I'm supporting it. But it's to ask for that possibility of extremism on a censorship-free platform. Of course there will be. And then what you do is you take it into consideration of what it is. Is it call for action, or is it a threat? If it's one of those, then you get warnings and then you kick them off. Unlike all these other groups all YouTube and Facebook And how now Patreon, how they don't even give you warning. They just straight up kick you off. And then they go, oh, because something happened like 10 months ago. Pretty soon it's going to be like, something happened 10 years ago, and that's why we're kicking you off. If you like this podcast, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like this podcast, please still like and subscribe and share. If you please comment down below if you have any comments, suggestions, advice, just want to say something, talk. Thank you. Have a great day.